Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully this finds you well. We are live here on location at the beautiful Pearl here in San Antonio, Texas. Anybody that has ever been here can understand how gorgeous this location is. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna wait for some people to come on board. So, good morning. I hope this video finds you well. This morning is gonna be a real quick mentoring minutes. This is CashFlow and Chill. The idea behind this episode is I was at the gym Monday or Tuesday with my personal trainer, and so one thing that when I'm working out with him, he's actually starting to do a really good job for me. One thing that when I'm in the gym is when you're by yourself, you sometimes we quit on ourselves and we allow ourselves to lie to ourselves, right? And the epiphany I had was lack of accountability allows you to lie to yourself, right? We can have the best physical shape possible if we stuck through the workouts to the end. I mean, working out with this guy, 3 sets in and I want to quit. It felt like an hour. So I said, I need to hammer in on the accountability for what I'm trying to accomplish on the real estate wholesaling side. And so I got Michael here, Michael Ratliff. Let's see if you can squeeze in a little bit. I forgot my tripod. I'm losing weight on my head. Anyways, so the accountability is something vital to getting anybody to the goals that they aspire to accomplish. This year, I started off at 220 pounds. I don't know if you can tell, but I started off at 220 pounds. It wasn't all solid muscle either. But anyways, right now I'm at about 195 pounds. So I'm down 25 pounds because I had accountability with goals together, right? I had goals and I had accountability, and we're going into 2022. And so everybody's going to set their goals and then they end up fizzling out. And that's why 99% of society is controlled and owned by the 1%, right? Or maybe 98% is controlled and owned by the 2%. Nevertheless, they accomplished goals. They got to a position because they had the goal and they had the accountability. And so, Michael, we had this video a couple days ago, right? I think it was Monday or Tuesday. Monday, right? Okay, so we had the video Monday, and so you had a goal. What was your big, hairy, audacious goal going into next year? Because what we're doing is building momentum going into next year, so that way he has that momentum, right? Consistent momentum going. I'm just turning this out around. It's bothering me. So he has that consistent momentum, and so, in order for a rocket to break orbit or to get out of Earth's orbit, it has to use 80% of its fuel in order to get out into orbit and out of space. So with big goals, especially goals you've never accomplished before, you need a lot of runway, a lot of room to run. And so we're taking an entire 5 weeks to get ready to help him accomplish and get the best life he's ever had up until that point. And the year after that, that'll be a mediocre life, right? But we have to get there. So, Michael, what was that big, hairy, audacious goal you set forth for yourself that you've never accomplished?
To hit $300,000 in wholesale
Speak up
fees.
so that way they can.
All right, yeah. So my big goal is to earn $300,000 in wholesale fees in 2022.
So $300,000 in wholesale fees, right? And so $300,000 in income, gross income, which is tough, right? So you have a big goal, right? And now you have accountability with myself, right? As the leader here, keeping him accountable. This is more of a documentation of Mike's journey. You're going to see this guy in a year from now. The income, the lifestyle, the marital. I believe he has a great life already going on. So that $300,000, we're going to be documenting this. We're going to be tracking this, and we're going to keep this accountable. So for y'all that are watching this and taking notes, hopefully this is something that's going to help you. If you don't have somebody keeping you accountable and you don't have somebody mentoring you, you don't have somebody consulting you, hopefully I can be a mentor from afar, helping and guiding you through the process, because I've had a decent amount of people reach out to me, and I can't mentor you one-on-one, but maybe I can mentor you from afar, kind of like a book, kind of like those. I'm not trying to be that guru out there. I'm just trying to be somebody that helps inspire and help cultivate 1 million millionaires. I want that on my tombstone, right? So, Michael, we reverse engineered it, right? We have the what is the monthly end goal that you have to accomplish by January 31st of 2022? What is it? What number do we need in the books, right?
At the end of January. At the end of January, we'll need $25,000 in wholesale.
So by the end of January, $25,000 in wholesale fees. Friends that are watching out there that are wholesalers, you know that's a very realistic number, right? In the traditional business world, or I'm sorry, in the traditional employee world, that's not a realistic number. But being able to hit 25,000, heck, I used to make that as a manager at Whataburger when I was 17, 18 years old for an entire year. We compressed time, and we're teaching Mike over here how to do that in 1 month. So you got $25,000 as a goal by January, right? That's a lot of inertia to break, right? A lot of it in the works. Okay, now what do we have to do on a weekly basis, broken down, to be able to get to that $25,000 to $300,000?
Right. So then every week we need to be at $6,250.
Okay, and we're reviewing this, right? So the human being is designed to learn one of two ways, right? Through repetition and mistakes. And so what we're doing is we're reevaluating his goals. What's 365 times 2?
365 times 2.
Yeah, 365 times 2. I don't have my calculator, which is my phone. So 730 times a year, we're evaluating his goals, right? First thing in the morning, I do this with my team. We reevaluate the goals. At the end of the night, did you do this, yes or no? It's simple yes or no, right? So in his boxes, these boxes are small, right? It's a check box. The reason the boxes are so small, why are the boxes small, Mike?
You either can put a yes or a no, a check mark or no check mark.
It leaves room, you don't have any room for bullshit excuses. Did you do it, yes or no, right? There is no trying, there is, did you do it, yes or no? And so right now, you are getting to see some real world consulting and mentoring, right? I learned very early as a manager when I was managing other people's businesses is if you see shit piling up, pile the shit while it's small, right? Deal with it while it's small, so you can course correct and correct the habits to go in the right direction, so you can see the end results when you're finally said and done. So Mike, what habits do you have to accomplish? What habits do you have to do? What habits do you have to embody on a day-to-day basis in order to get you to $6,250 a week, $25,000 a month, $300,000 a year? What habits do you have to, did you do it yesterday or no? So what's the first one?
The first one would be if I made 50 calls that day, 50 hand dials.
Okay, so 50 calls completed. Did you make your 50 calls that you said you were capable of doing? The one habit that is compounded over 365 days a year or 200 business days a year, did you accomplish that, yes or no? So we're gonna go, Mike. The audience is gonna keep you accountable. I want y'all to enjoy this because he's on the hot seat right now, and I keep myself accountable. And so I have my own journal. I practice what I preach. I'm doing the real thing, right? I'm getting the results. And so I love my fellow men when they have a dream, they have ambitions, they have aspirations to get to where they want. Okay, cool. Bullshit aside, let's get to work. And did you do the work? So Mike, on Monday when we came back, right, we're getting that momentum going after Thanksgiving break. How many calls did you make?
I made 22 calls on Monday.
Okay, so 22 calls, the goal was 50. How much did you fall short of?
56%.
56%. You understand what that means, right? You're still making traction, but that 56, it's like, hey, don't beat myself up. Now what do you have to do? The next day, you got to make up for that. You got to make up for those lack of calls, because results is the name of the game, right? It's, as somebody who loves the idea of stewardship delegation, I'm not going to tell you how to do something. I'm going to give you a goal. I'm going to show you how I would accomplish it. It's from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Stewardship Delegation, the best personal development book behind the Bible, right? And so, Stewardship Delegation, Mike, this is your goal. You agree that you can accomplish this. Now you're here. This is the end result that we desire. This is how we're going to get there in between. Now go get it done. And then we say, okay, every day, did you hit that number? Yes or no? Plain and simple. Take the emotion out of the equation. Yes or no? No? Cool. How do we make up for that today? All right. Yesterday, we're getting the ball rolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Our goal is 50 calls per day. Tuesday, where are we at?
37 calls.
37 calls. So the course correction, right? Psychologically, in the back of my mind, I know that, hey, guess what? I better step up my game. I did 20, now I'm at 37. He's 37 more calls ahead than a lot of people not doing a lot of stuff, but nevertheless, he's short of his goals. Okay, cool. So based on this simple math, Mike, you're short 56%, you're short 24% on the next one. So what that means is on Wednesday, today, hump day, you got a bit of a hump to get over, right? You got to make up for those calls that you didn't make. Let me ask you this, right? So that goes into in our journal we have here our losses for the week, right? Personal development losses. At the end of the week, if he doesn't accomplish that goal, I didn't accomplish that goal, so now I have to course correct. What one thing do you believe you need to do, right? Because all it is success isn't doing 5,000 things really well. Success is doing about half a dozen things really well 5,000 times. So understanding that you are course correcting, right? Because when you're going from Los Angeles to New York, you have to, and you're in a plane, there's a lot of turbulence and a lot of you're off your goal, your intended goal. But if you can course correct with I don't know what the instrument that a plane uses, you can get your destination. So this is a course correction assassin's journal. And so you have to course correct, right? Now, how many, just off simple math, how many more calls do you have to make today to course correct to get you in that position to get that goal? Because this isn't about me, right? Because I'm going to be making my money with or without Mike. Mike here, I take pride and joy being able to take somebody, right? Very few people know how to create money, and I'm giving you time to do the math, by the way. I know the math. Very few people know how to create money. Even fewer people know how to keep it, and almost no one knows how to multiply it, right? So with Mike, we're creating from nothing, just pure grunt, hard work, grinding straight out the mud. And so for those that are watching, this is the real work you have to put in to get you to those big, hairy, audacious goals. So Mike, real quick, I'm giving you about 30 seconds to add third grade math here. How many more calls do you have to make today on top of your intended 50 to course correct? Because all this is a numbers game. Real estate's a numbers game. It's a math game. You have to just put in the work and have somebody accountable, have somebody hold you accountable to your dreams and aspirations, because that's why 99% of people do not ever touch their goals at the end of the year.
Right. So today I would have to make an additional 31 phone calls.
So 81 phone calls to course correct to get him to where he needs. People out there, leaders, this is why people either fail or succeed in life, is because you need to be real. So you ready to hear this? I don't know if I share this with you, and if you're taking notes, man, this is something it took me a long time to understand, but I'm glad somebody gave it to me hard, right? They just gave me a right hook. They said the word nice. If you look up the word nice in the dictionary, or the derivation of the word nice, back in I think 1500s or the 1400s, the word nice was in essence the village idiot, right? And so the village idiot, they had to be nice to him because he was just dumb, just plain and simple, right? So when somebody is nice to me, nothing about them cares enough about me to tell me the truth. So when I'm being nice to you, I'm telling you to your face, I don't love you and I don't care about you and I don't want to see you accomplish your goals, because I have some ulterior motive, because I have some insecurity that says I need to keep you down. Me, I got that stuff beat out of me a long time ago. So I'm here to push Mike because I love him, I care about him, I want to see him accomplish a goal. I met his wife, the beautiful family. I want to see people accomplish their goals. So Mike, I want to see you get there, right? And so I knew these numbers weren't where they needed to be, and I needed to be real with him for his goals. And I said, we're going to go live, because accountability is even tougher when it's just outside of the private realm. It's, you know, if it was something that was private, maybe I would have kept it on the DL. But I want this is the real world stuff that nobody wants to share. Nobody wants that spotlight of accountability, because I guarantee you, when we go live again, because I'm telling you we're going to go live again, those numbers are going to be where they need to. Unless, and then if he just decides to pencil whip, what does that mean? He's lying to himself. And I'm not going to allow him to lie to himself, because I'm going to say, okay, you know, there's no meetings, there's no appointments, there's no contracts coming in. Results is the name of the game, right? Results is the name of the game. And so I'm here to push him to get results for his self. And there's only a matter of time before, I made a commitment to myself. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna show this cat how to be financially free within a 3-year time frame, and a multi-millionaire within 5 years. And I want y'all to see this journey and how cool it's gonna be. You're gonna see this cat unless he quits on himself, and unless I'm dead, that ain't happening. So this is the accountability sessions, and I'll show some more of my team. If you have any questions, if you like what you saw, give it a heart. I like the hearts. If you I'm trying to give as much information away as possible, because there's a lot of gurus out there. They want to charge for this stuff. They want to hold people back, or they want to put themselves in a position of authority. I'm just here to serve my purpose, right? I believe God put me on this earth to help increase the financial well-being of humanity, and to help my next man and my circle of influence to influence the world. So hopefully this finds you well. I know it's early. It's a beautiful morning. It's nice and chilly. Go out there, get your coffee. If you haven't closed the deal, you're not allowed to get coffee, because coffee's for what?
Closers.
Coffee's for closers. And so take care, God bless, and we will see you on the next video.